The Truman Show follows the title character as he slowly but surely makes a disturbing discovery about his reality, and the reason why he only listens to classical music is heavily linked to it and the control others have over him. The 1990s saw the rise of Jim Carrey as one of the best comedy actors of his generation, with movies like Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber, and in 1998, he added some drama to the mix. Carrey starred in the psychological comedy drama The Truman Show, directed by Peter Weir, where he played the title character, Truman Burbank. The Truman Show follows Truman, a man who has a well-established daily routine and lives a calm life with his wife, neighbors, and friends. However, when Truman begins to notice some unusual occurrences around him, he begins to question his reality, and with good reason. As it turns out, Truman has been the subject of a reality show since he was born, and the town he lives in is actually a huge soundstage, with everyone around him being paid actors and extras. It's a disturbing reveal for Truman, and even the smallest details, like the music he listens to, are carefully planned. The Truman Show's radio station only plays classical music, because it's royalty-free. The producers of Truman's life paid attention to everything. The Truman Show. Truman driving his car. Truman is chosen as the subject of a very elaborate reality show when he's born, as he's the result of an unwanted pregnancy, so the TV studio has no problems with legally adopting him. From then on, cameras followed Truman at every minute of his life in his hometown of Sea Haven Island, which is actually an enormous and complex soundstage in Los Angeles. Every aspect of Truman's life has been carefully designed by the producers, either to bring some excitement to his story or keep him from learning the truth. Even the music that plays on all of Sea Haven Island's radio stations was carefully selected, and it happens to be classical music. Because Truman's reality show broadcasts worldwide, 24/7, the producers have to be careful with what's shown and heard at all times. The radio stations, then, only play classical music because most of it is in the public domain, meaning that the producers don't have to invest extra money in music, and can freely use it for the show. Sadly, this also means that Truman has never heard any music that isn't classical. The Truman Show's classical music serves a double purpose. Classic music was beneficial to Truman. For a while, Jim Carrey pointing a finger in The Truman Show. Truman has only heard classical music his whole life and is the only type of music on Sea Haven Island's radio for practical reasons, but there's also another intention in this. The producers play classical music in all of Sea Haven Island to keep Truman calm, through which they can ensure that he won't find out that he's being observed all the time and that everything and everyone around him has been planned and choreographed. This is rooted in reality, as various studies over the years have shown the benefits of listening to classical music. According to National Repertory Orchestra, and based on different studies, listening to classical music creates a sense of emotional connection with one's emotions and those of others, promotes creativity and productivity, has soothing effects, and, when listened live, helps build social relationships. The latter can be said about any music genre when enjoyed live, which adds another layer of complexity to Truman's situation. By only exposing him to classical music, the producers make sure that Truman wouldn't be too curious about music. If they could play other, more popular artists, Truman wouldn't really get references in the lyrics as Sea Haven Island is all he knows, and at some point, he would end up wondering why he never sees the artists performing anywhere. Other clues to Truman's fake reality in The Truman Show. The Truman Show had many clues to his fake reality. The classical music in The Truman Show is a subtle clue that Truman would have never gotten due to it being the only type of music he ever knew, but there were other clues around him all the time. Of course, the first one is the stage light that falls from the sky right in front of Truman, and later the radio station catches a behind-the-scenes conversation narrating Truman's moves. Aside from those, there's also a lot of subtle and not-so-subtle product placement all the time, along with hidden cameras on different objects. Truman also takes vitamin D supplements as he never gets actual sunlight, some extras aren't really doing anything, and a photo from Truman's childhood shows him dressed as a clown and imprisoned, showing how he has been fooled and imprisoned his whole life. There are also signs and ads all over town used to subtly convince Truman that leaving town isn't a good idea, and some extras, most notably the travel agent, are taken by surprise by Truman's sudden actions. The Truman Show reveals its reality to the audience right away, but it's full of small details that confirm Truman's fake reality.